Yes, the furnace is still going. So now I am going to clean out this bowl. I'm just going to let that sit in the wet carburetor juice for a minute. And we'll work on the jet too. Now, it'll have another ring just like this in there. This one came out of the idling circuit. There they go. Perfect. Actually, things are okay, except it had old fuel in it. Alright, I am going to just take this over to the wire brush and clean it ever so carefully. Because I think there's a second hole in here and I can't even find it. Some of them have 2 holes and some don't. So, right back, guys. Alright, now look at this. This one does have a hole. It has a big hole here, right? Can you see? I stole this idea from Donny Boy 73. He's the guru. And there's another hole on the side right there. Can you see that? I'm trying to get carburetor spray water. I'm trying to get carburetor to spray out that little hole. It's not. Let's see if I can see it. Yes. So it should show. Yeah. Okay, that's clean. Now we'll clean the... Oh yeah. Look at that, huh? So once again, I'm going to clean this on the wire brush, but I just touch it on there, that's all. There, see that? And I still got crud on it. Okay, this is where I like to use a tiny bit of steel wool. But never ever close to the carburetor parts. And whenever I use steel wool, I blow it off with carburetor spray when I'm done. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, that still needs a rubber washer, which I'm going to replace. And now we're going to clean the bowl the same way, right? We get some steel wool, and we'll just clean this up. It works quite amazingly well. Whoop. You have to watch to not cut yourself on the edge of this bowl too, it's quite sharp. And this is like 4/0 steel wool. That's what the same kind of steel wool that the carpenters use when they're finishing a fine furniture. Really, really fine steel wool, 4/0. Looks almost new now, though. I'm going to pour just a little bit of fuel over this. These gloves off. They're useless now too. And I'm going to be right back. I am going to replace all these parts, I think. Okay, I got the seat out, and it's just like brand new. I think this has been worked on before, guys. Not that long ago. So I'm going to reuse the seat, and we'll just, when you reuse the seat, there's a rough side, if you can see that, and a smooth side, and the rough side goes into the carburetor. And on this particular job, the carburetor's still on the machine, right? So I'm just going up in the hole. Oh, maybe not. There we go. Let me just show you what I've done here. Let's see. Okay, right up in there. Whew. And as I said, there's a million carburetor rebuild videos out there. So let's put the float and needle on. And we need the pin. It was working when we started, right? It wasn't leaking or anything like that. So this goes on like that and hangs like that. Let's get this up a little bit. So I usually always take the carburetor off, but I thought on this particular one, because there's so many carb clean videos out there, I would do it on one that the carburetor stays on the machine, because some people are kind of shy about taking the carburetor off. There we go. Now our new seal. Oh, we have to get the nut ready. So the bowl nut is a power jet, right? So there's the spring, the washer, and the little rubber seal. And it just goes in here to start. I'm not going to turn it too far. We take our seal from the original seal. It's still good. It's soft and pliable. So this has been done once to this machine, not too long ago. So we lift up the float. Good. And then we tighten this power bolt, jet, whatever you want to call it, 1.5 turns from tight, or not tight, but just firm, right? So you close it. That's the screw we were talking about. And 1.5 and half. So 1.5 turns up. Then we take our new cleaned up idle jet with our little washer. And I usually set this one at 1/2 turn out. Except for replaced washers, which we don't need anymore. And that's about it. We're going to have to get some new steel wool. So now we said that we're going to fix this. What do you call this now? Our primer bulb tube. Just cut that rotten end off there. Good. That's good. Good, nothing touching. I think we got something, guys. Now I'm gonna drain and refill this fuel tank with nice premium fuel, and we'll get the crap out of the tank too. So I guess I could turn that around. Nothing's easy. So I'm going to disconnect this fuel line. All right, now I'm washing it out a second time. Okay, that's good enough. And put this tank back on here. And fuel line. And clamp for the fuel line. And I'm going to clean up this fuel because I don't like having fuel laying around. There. So we'll lower this, get the center of gravity back down, and I think we're ready for a fire up, at least on the fuel side. I haven't changed the oil or anything, but I have to get rid of this gas. I'm going to just filter it through a shop towel. Okay guys, I'm going to put some good premium no ethanol fuel into this clean gas tank. See if I can do it without spilling it. Put about half a tank in. Make sure we've got nothing flammable sitting around. That's something you have to do. Okay, let's see if we can get this going. And 3/4 throttle, full choke. None of the handles are on. I'm doing this. I'm doing this without the box on, right? So there's the carburetor. You can see when I'm pumping it now that there's gas coming out of the overflow. And my battery's running out on the camera, so we'll just see if we can get her started. So now I'm just going to reassemble it and change the oil and check the unit and check the front end auger for grease. Thanks guys. Alright guys, real world test. I'm going to open the garage door and we'll blow some snow. Just turn on the heater. Come on girl. There we go. We'll try that again. I adjusted this cable, actually has a sleeve right up under there, right on here, and that sleeve spins and then you lock it with that nut. We'll see if we can climb off there now. Alright guys, that was fun. How long was that? That took 12 minutes.